Good morning, Camels, and welcome to Wake Up CU. I'm Gray Barnhill, and here with me, as always, is Taylor Decker.
Good morning, Campbell. It's Hump Day.
Hump Day!
That wasn't long enough.
No, it wasn't long enough. My aunt sent me that GIF this morning, and I just thought it was really fun, and I wanted to show everyone. So happy
And
Hump
you're
Day.
wearing orange.
Wearing
on Hump
orange,
Day.
because, Hump Day. Shout out.
I'll get up with y'all next week about the orange, but.
Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into our hot topics for the week.
Da-na-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na. Oh, yeah.
You get the limo out front.
Ooh,
Whoa.
So, Hannah Montana. Tell me about it.
The show aired 13 years ago.
That's so long ago.
We are old people.
I remember watching the premiere and being like, oh my gosh, I want to be Miley Stewart. Like, I want to live two lives. Oh, that makes me feel so old.
It aired so long ago, and then I think I looked up the last show was in 2013. I might be wrong.
Idea.
That might not be right. Don't quote me on that.
Because they changed it from Hannah Montana to Hannah Montana Forever as the last season.
Oh,
so
yeah, that's true.
It technically there was an extra year tagged onto that. But
yeah, I don't know. I don't remember.
You're talking to a Hannah Montana fan. It was that and Lizzie McGuire. Lizzie McGuire was my all-time favorite childhood show.
I really enjoyed
cheesy.
Phil the Future.
Oh, that one was a good one. I forgot about that one. Even Stevens?
I didn't like that one as much.
Oh,
I watched it.
It
but
made
I
me
wasn't
feel
as big
smart.
Of a fan. Why?
The whole family was just so silly.
Oh, yeah, and Beans.
Beans. Yeah.
Good
He's
old
in a
Beans.
lot of movies. You just don't know. You can probably Google him and figure out what he actually does.
Probably.
But
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of TV, Apple has just announced their new streaming service called Apple TV Plus.
Stealing from ESPN Plus.
Yeah, true.
So this competes with Netflix, Amazon Prime, and cable TV. I don't have cable TV anymore, so I think that is starting to just lose in the race.
It probably is.
All of these streaming services that are coming out. But they released details for a new subscription service and also a new credit card called Apple Card. Why?
I feel like Apple is just making things at this point.
I mean, they're going to take over the world, so.
I mean, for sure. But, don't they already have an Apple TV app that you can only get specific shows on?
I have an Apple TV, and I don't know how to use it. I know Netflix and Hulu.
Like how to get to those using the Apple TV.
But I don't know how to download new stuff. I don't know how to, all the other stuff, like HBO, ESPN, you have to, pay for it. So, all the apps that are on there, you have to pay for them. And so I'm very confused with how this new system is going to go on. Is it going to work on all the Apple TVs that are out there? Because I have a first gen.
Do you have to get the new one?
So is it a third gen? Who knows? They might be trying to get you to buy more stuff.
Yeah.
Which it works. I mean, wait around Christmas time and everyone's going to be getting all the new stuff.
Well, I mean, you're right. That's true.
But this was a very heavy streaming online service, new product. It wasn't more of here's another iPad or another
it was
Apple
not a
Watch.
Technology-based Apple thing.
Well, their theme was Showtime. It's Showtime.
Oh, interesting.
So I liked that. It was very different. But
Anyway, Apple says that their streaming service will become live in over 100 countries this fall.
As long as it comes to the U.S., so I can at least check
I'm
it
sure
out.
it will. I'm sure the U.S. will be probably one of the first ones to be there. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if y'all have heard about the Viking cruise, 479 passengers of the Viking Sky Cruise were airlifted, while 436 other passengers and crew members were transported by vessel back to Norway.
Yikes.
This happened a long, long time ago, and they just got back on land. So what had happened is they did a Mayday call about an engine failure that happened during bad weather. And imagine just being on that cruise ship and being stuck in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, that would scare the crap out of me.
I think it was near Russia.
But really,
something.
on any cruise ship, you're stuck in the middle of the ocean.
I mean, I don't know. I just feel so safe on Royal Caribbean or Carnival. I love cruising though, so I don't think I would. I mean,
I've never been on a cruise, so I can't. I can't.
You should
say.
go on a cruise. They're so much fun.
Okay, I'll make a deal with you. You pay for it. I'm there.
Maybe after college when I have a job. But I don't think it would stop me from going on a cruise hearing this story because I just.
I mean, there's going to be accidents in everything.
Mm-hmm. And like sometimes an engine failure does happen when you're on a cruise, and like nobody knows because it's taken care of and it's fixed. It only happens rarely, but I think it's a safe way to be transported.
Yeah, it's definitely a safe way.
Floating hotel.
But statistically, the safest way to travel is by airplane.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in the news, there's more stuff coming out about airplanes right now. The Boeing 737 MAX 8, there was a MAX 8 that made an emergency landing in Orlando. There were no passengers on board, but the pilot and the co-pilot were en route to California for storage because President Trump put out a thing that said, all the 737s were grounded because of the flights that have been going on other places around the world. And so a lot of them have been grounded, so it's just kind of interesting looking at these specific types of planes and these specific types of flights.
I wonder why.
So,
like, malfunctioning?
Yeah, I don't know. I have not been on a cruise, but I have been on an airplane.
I was there with your first
Yep, you were
flight.
there my first flight. And my most recent flight was pretty interesting.
Was that the last time you...
No, so we went to New York, so technically 3.
Okay.
So went to New York, then we came back on a train. And then to Philadelphia, back from Philadelphia.
Wait, so that was the last... Okay,
Yeah.
so 3 total. Wow.
So 3 total. Yeah, I don't travel very
All
much.
for Campbell stuff.
Yeah.
Love it.
But I literally, I guess I get airsick like really easily. But I sat like this against the back of the seat and just like sang songs to myself the whole time. The whole hour flight, I just did like this. Nobody else could hear me.
I'm the kind of
Like,
person that, like, when we hit turbulence, I'm like, woo, let's go again. Like,
No,
that was so
turbulence
exciting.
doesn't scare me, but it's more of just the...
Or when you drop a little bit and everyone's like, and you just hear the whole plane gas,
that
I'm like,
doesn't scare
ooh,
me.
like, what's that?
That's not what like freaks me out. I think what freaks me out is that I can't really see where I'm going.
Yeah.
Because
that's
like
very true.
even by the window, that kind of thing, like it's weird. Because when I started driving, I like almost now have to always sit in the front seat or I get sick. Like I get sick on long rides in the back of a car. So I think it has something to do with that. I don't know. Just some like interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I've always wanted to be a flight attendant, so.
Oh, I could never. Nope, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
That would not be a good job for me. But I do love those little biscuit cookies that they give you.
Yeah.
They're really good. I really enjoy those.
So.
Anyway, that's all we have for our hot topics. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
Welcome back, Camels. Joining us today is Renee and Madison from the business school. Thanks for coming on, y'all.
Thanks for having us.
All right, so what is the business week?
Yeah, for 11 years, Campbell Business School has had a week that's dedicated to a specific theme in business. So whereas we try to have intentional events for students throughout the whole year, this week is a week full of events and opportunities for our students to learn about whatever hot topic is kind of relevant to business that year.
And it's also nice connecting what they're learning in classes to those real-life events. So the theme for this year is BizTech.
Yes.
So why did y'all choose that theme?
So BizTech stands for business and technology. So we really wanted to incorporate, different technologies that businesses work with, that they have. We wanted to give people the opportunity to see different career paths that business and technology could take them.
Awesome. So Business Week is next week. Can you tell me a little bit about the schedule?
Yes, so on Monday, we have a video game truck, which will have over 160 video games of all types. Yeah, so you can sign up for an hour, about an hour, yeah. And you and your friends can go in the truck, just play to your heart's content.
And for the video game truck, it will be parked out front in front of Lundy, and we still have spots available. So next week, if you're out and about on Monday, then people can just drop by and see if there's availability. And then on Tuesday, we will take a road trip up to HQ Raleigh. So Campbell has an office in HQ Raleigh, and we've been able to incorporate that into the past few business weeks. So we have a panel of biz tech entrepreneurs who will be speaking with our students. Tuesday night, the healthcare management program, along with nursing and College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences, has a health solutions event that's focused on the effects of digital media, social media, on our health. So that's super relevant. Wednesdays, really busy, so I'll run through that quickly. We're excited. Yeah, I feel like Wednesdays in Lundy are always exciting. We have a guest speaker, one of our alums, that's coming to Principles of Management, and that's open to anyone to come and sit in. Every week we have coffee break, but this coffee break during business week, students can show off their designs or creations from the engineering makerspace.
I love the makerspace.
Yeah.
I think that's so exciting. So is it like a challenge, or is it just kind of like a showcase?
So anyone who showcases a creation will get a free meal voucher for the food truck that's coming later that day.
Ooh.
But we are going to have students vote on like the most innovative and like most best use of technology.
Oh, that's
So
exciting.
anyone across campus who's made something can come submit it.
What about the last day's Thursday?
Yeah, trying to run through. Yeah, so on Thursday we have a lunch and learn with Citrix. So they will be coming to campus. They are also one of our panelists for Tuesday, but they'll be specifically talking about job opportunities in business and technology in Lundy. Yeah, and then Thursday night, we have our Innovation Challenge, which is campus-wide. And so I know a lot of students across campus are participating.
Yes, I think we even have a group, a new group on campus coming on in a couple weeks to talk about what they're submitting.
That's exciting.
So yeah, it's great to see super involvement around campus. So one question that I thought would be an interesting one to ask is, if there was a prospective student to come to one of the events, what is one thing you would want the student to take away from the event?
Yeah, we were thinking about this as we were planning, what would people be interested in? And I think that prospective students coming in could see that, we put a lot of time and effort into this, but we want them to learn that Campbell is a place for community, coming together. This is open to everyone this week, so we just really want to show them, the amount of events we can put on, but that they also mean something to the Campbell family.
Yeah, I think in the business school, we really want, at Campbell in general, we really want for our students to grow holistically, so personally and professionally. So Business Week brings us all together to help students in both of those areas. And it also shows what great connections we have in Raleigh and on campus and what opportunities are out there for students.
Yeah, that's awesome. So talking about professionalism, what kind of skills can these students learn when they're at these events?
Yeah, good question. I think the biggest probably that students get nervous about, no matter what, that Business Week helps with is networking. Because we have the lunch and learn, we have guest speakers, and we have dinners and opportunities for them to network in different environments with different types of people. So it is going to teach them a lot of knowledge and hard skills, but the soft skills are what people are looking for, and sometimes students aren't mastering, and so this gives them an opportunity to master that.
Yes, I think it's going to be a great week. I'm very excited for all of these events. I know I'll be stopping by a couple of them. But thanks, guys, for coming on. Up next is your News Minute.
Welcome back. Here's your News Minute for the week of March 27th. Today, from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. in the Marshbanks Alumni Room, Career Services invites students to a Lunch and Learn series. This month will focus on resume writing. This is just in time for the Career Fair on April 2nd. No matter what year you are, there is a career fair that is presenting jobs for all Campbell students and even local guests. You can register online through Campbell's website. It will take place at the John Pope Convocation Center on Tuesday, April 2nd, 2019 from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Are you still in need of connections credit but want to enjoy something fun? Campbell's Astronomy Club is hosting a science show on March 28th from 7 to 8 p.m. in the Science Building. The Astronomy Club will be presenting scientific stunts and experiments, so stop by and see and even earn for connections credit. It's Wellness Week in the Creek. All week, Student Life, Public Health, CU Health Center, and several other organizations have worked together to educate us on the various aspects of wellness. They've done this by hosting events and providing new resources that will positively impact the overall health of the Campbell community. If you have not been a part of this yet, it's not too late. Tomorrow, they will be outside of Marshbanks from 12:30 to 3:30 making healthy snacks. If you stop by, you'll get a tasty treat and a recipe for a perfect pre- or post-workout snack. That's also great in between classes. That's your News Minute. We'll be right back after this short break.
Welcome to the Campbell Sports Corner. I'm Isaac Ray. Yesterday, Campbell's men's tennis team won its third straight dual match this regular season with a final score of 4-3 over UC Riverside. The Camels swept the doubles matches and claimed the top 3 single contests, giving the Camels not only their third straight victory, but their 9th in the last 10 matches. The afternoon was highlighted by Gerard Sola and Luis Monterroso, who claimed a 6-1 victory at the second doubles position, and then Bastian Huon and Fernando Clemente, who secured a 6-2 triumph at the number 3 spot. Dustin Werner and Rafael Calizzi improved to a 9-4 record at the top position after a 6-3 win over Felipe Angstrom and Anderson Ju. And while it may just be warming up here in the Creek, the men's golf team is in full swing and they are red hot, having won the Golden Horseshoe Invitational in Williamsburg, hosted by William and Mary. The Camels were led by Max Theodorakis and Ray Kravixian, who were individual co-medalists at the end of the tournament yesterday. This is Theodorakis' first collegiate individual title, while Kravixian is taking home his 4th, and the team has now tied a school record with its 4th team championship of the regular season, the most since the 2006-2007 season. The Camels continue their spring season April 12th through the 13th with the Stitch Intercollegiate Invitational at the McGregor Downs Country Club in Cary, North Carolina, before heading to the Big South Conference Championship April 18th through the 20th at the Patriot in 96, South Carolina. This has been your Campbell Sports Corner. I'm Isaac Ray. We'll be back after this.
Hey everybody, welcome back. That's our show for today.
Yeah.
I do want to let everyone know we are 45 days away from graduation.
And 29
29 days from reading day. How does that make you
This is
feel?
the last week of March. Next week, we have some other really great guests, as well as we're going to have past April Fool's Day. But that doesn't mean the pranks stop there.
Da, da,
So
da.
you'll have to watch next week, and make sure you guys come out to all of the Business Week events. And that's another episode of Wake Up, CU.